It's the panic of the pain that breaks most of us. You weren't expecting it and it threw you off, and that's what broke you.
When you're going through, what do? You don't stop there. You don't stay there. You want to spend the rest of your life there. You keep going. You put one foot in front of the other.
If at first you don't succeed, you're normal. Nobody succeeds at first. Successful people simply see failure as a temporary setback. There is no comeback without first a setback.
You don't know what you can take until the pressure is applied to your life. You don't know what you can endure until people stab you in the back and walk away from you. You don't know how much courage you have until you've been under fire and under struggle and under tribulation. It's when all breaks loose. That's when you get to see what you got.
If you ever go through something, hold your head up. If you ever make a mistake, hold your head up. If you ever do something and everything goes wrong, life catch you on the blind side, hold your head up.
And sometimes you think you know how it ends, but what if it's not over yet? What if it's not over yet? What if your best days are not behind you? What if everything that you have been through can serve a greater purpose? What if a generational curse was being broken through your battle?
It's not over.
I'm still here. I'm not dead yet.
Oh, it's not over yet. Don't count me out yet. That which does not kill you will make you stronger.
Life will always be, to a large extent, not what circumstances will make of it, not what other people will make of it, but what you make of your life. That's what your life will be, not what other people say it will be, not what the environment will try and dictate to you. No, what you make your life. When you hold on to your dream, don't let anybody kill it in you. Just hold on to that dream. When it doesn't make sense to anybody, including you sometimes, just hold on.
If it gets hard, you tie a knot around yourself. You double tie if you have to, but you hold on.
See, it's easy to be on the bottom. It doesn't take any effort to be a loser. It doesn't take any motivation, any drive in order to stay down there on a low level. But it calls on everything in you. You have to harness your will to say, I'm going to challenge myself. Sometimes I have to pull myself out of bed and say, come on, Les. You've got to learn to stand up to yourself inside yourself and short circuit, override that conversation that's always going on. 85% of what that conversation will tell you is negative. It's negative. It will tell you you're tired when you really are not tired. It will tell you you can't do it. It will fill you with fear. So you've got to watch that conversation. And when you find it going on, you've got to stand up to it and say, I'm going to do this anyhow. I'm afraid, but I'm afraid not to do it. And I'm not going to let you stop me.
This is not a question of if you can get to the next level. It's when. When are you gonna blow up? Don't worry about if. You know you can do it. You know it's within you. You know you have what it takes to get to that next level. The question is not if. The question is when. And I had to hold on. I had to persevere. I had to tell myself, you can do it.
There's a reason every successful person is successful. They got themselves to a point where they expect to win.
When you get there, you gotta walk in it. You gotta walk to the job interview like you know you got it. You gotta sit down and take that test like you know you're about to lick it. I need you to expect it. You gonna pass this thing. You have to stop accepting the reality of other people, and you gotta accept your own reality. I walk in my reality. I don't walk into other people's limitation because you can't do it, because you can't see it. It doesn't mean it can't happen. I expect it. I expect to be phenomenal. I don't expect anything else but phenomenal. Failure is not an option, and you have to have patience. You gotta have the ability to wait stuff out, to hold on and hold out. Embrace the I don't mind waiting mentality. If it takes 6 months, if it takes a year, if it takes 10 years, I am going to wait it out. You gotta have that patience, that fortitude to say, even when you don't see physical evidence, when you don't see any external activity, any external outcome, you still believe you could get it done. It is the ability when you have a terrible
terrible day, to wake up the next day and act like ain't nothing happened. And you get up and you pursue it as if you're starting all over again, as if you got a chance. This too shall pass, like every storm that has come to you. Every single storm, this too shall pass. You don't have to be perfect. Your circumstances don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be born in a perfect environment. You don't always have to do the right thing the right way for you to get to prosperity. You don't have to be perfect to get to the place where you want to be in life. All you got to do is be willing. All you got to do is try. All you got to do is put forth effort.
You want to get out in the field where the action is, and you will be amazed. After the struggle, there will be a calm period, and things will begin to click for you. Come out here with what you got. You don't have enough money? Don't worry about it. You got the dream. Just go out there. It's possible you can get what you want. It's necessary. If you want it, you got to go into action. You got to be willing to experiment. You got to be willing to fail and to succeed. But those of you that are willing to focus your energy on your life, on what you want to create, as you focus on something, as you go into action, as you hold that thought in consciousness persistently, you begin to develop the consciousness to manifest and create all kinds of things. You will begin to realize powers and abilities you have. You will realize you have miracle working power in you.
You keep going. You keep studying. You keep writing. You keep singing. You keep rapping. You keep boxing. You keep fighting. You keep dribbling. You just keep on keeping on. It's your life. Nobody else owns it. You are the captain of your ship. You are the master of your life. You can have it. You can do it. You can be it.
Many dreams die while suffering. I'm talking about emotionally, spiritually. It could be a relationship. When you're suffering, you give up on the very things that you wanted the most.
Life is going to beat you upside your head. Before you blow up, life will strip you to the core.
What makes you get up when you fall down? What makes your mentality change if there's a great situation or there's a bad situation? How do you dictate that based off the level of pain?
I need you to evaluate yourself and ask yourself the question, how are you wired? When you have a trial or a tribulation, how are you wired? Does it break you? Your problem is your pain has identified you. Your pain has destroyed you.
All of us will hit the wall. That wall shocked some people. That wall knocked the life out of some people. It didn't work out for them. They hit the wall and they turned around. But there's some small number. They decide, wait a minute, I'm supposed to be over there. This kind of person refuses to be denied.
I'm wired differently. I get excited about no. I love no. I love it. It turns me on. No, Eric, I'll be back. I'll be stronger when I come back.
This person doesn't care about the pain because this person knows something. There's no gain without pain. So this person comes back anyhow, again and again. And if you keep on hitting that wall, here's what happens to you. You will have an incredible breakthrough. And it's as if the universe says, let's help him out. I admire that kind of tenacity. Let's give her a hand. Let's send her assistance, send her resources. It will come out of nowhere. As you're working times with tears falling down your face. And you'll look back on the times and you will cherish those times.
When your mind knows it's not going to quit, your body will adapt to whatever is in front of it.
What happens is you have all these voices that are telling you you're up and this is going to be hard, but for some reason, you put so much practice into you that you can ignore every one of them that are telling you you're not going to make it and still be able to make it because you have put the practice in that you know this is the process. It's such a daunting task that all the voices are saying no. But you still have the conviction that I know I can do this.
When you get knocked down, and you're going to get knocked down, when you run into some roadblocks and you're going to run into them, you can always be able to bring yourself back in knowing if someone has done it, it's possible that I can do it.
Some of you have been knocked out by life and you got up and saw the blood. He hit me. Sometimes in life, you have to hit back. You got knocked on the ground. You had absolutely nothing to do with that. And I'm not blaming you for that. But if I come back a week later, you still on the ground. If I come back a year later, you still on the ground, that's your fault.
If you get knocked down, there's nothing you can do about it. But getting back up has every single thing to do with you. And you will promise me that from this day forward, you will not be defeated. I just love myself enough not to be trapped in the same doggone spot for the rest of my life. I love myself too much. So what makes E.T. different than everybody else? Every year I just kept going. I kept going and I kept going and I kept saying one day gonna be my day. But you know what I'm not gonna do? I'm not gonna quit in the process. I'm not gonna give up. I'm not gonna give in. And the problem with you, you've not recycled your pain. You're still living off talent. And I challenge you, average people live off talents. Phenomenal people live off efforts. Recycle your pain. Get something from it. You're already in pain. Use it. Do something with it. Allow it to take you to the next level. Allow your pain to push you to greatness.
Success isn't a straight line. It's a maze.
And when you think you figure that maze out, you hit a wall. And you got to turn around and start again.
Everybody's got a plan so they can get in the bout. So when your plan fails, when you get knocked down the canvas, when everything falls apart in your life, and your plan is what you're going to do is only one option. Stay hard.
And I'm not here because I'm the best. I'm here because they tried to break me and they couldn't. Oh, I'm wired differently. I didn't start crying. I didn't say, why me? I'm doing good to the world. I'm not hurting anybody. Why me? I'm wired differently. I can. I will. I must. We turn tragedy into triumph. That's what lions do. It does not make a difference what the circumstances is. Lions don't cry. Lions don't give up. Lions don't quit. Lions hunt. That's what we do for a living. So do me a favor. From this point forward, execution is worship. I don't make the big bucks because I talk. I make the big bucks because I execute. This is your time. This is your moment. What are you going to do with it? Are you going to capture it? Or are you going to let it slip away? Eminem said it. If you had one shot, one opportunity to seize everything you've ever wanted, would you capture it? Or would you let it slip away? And so I ask you the question, how bad do you want it? How bad do you want it? Do you want it as bad as you want to breathe? Or do you just kind of want it?
What's the single most important key to success above anything else? It's not talent, it's not skill, it's hunger.
The common backstory for the successful people is hunger.
Intelligence is not it. There are people less intelligence, less skill, less ability to perform at a higher level because they never lose their hunger. How do you create your life? You get hungry for something, don't you? If you get enough hunger going in you for an answer, you'll find the answer. If you get a hunger enough inside of you that says, I gotta take things to a next level, I gotta achieve, I gotta make a difference, I gotta expand, you will find the answer. People's intelligence will expand if they got enough hunger. But if you got everything and you're not hungry, you're not gonna have much.
Anybody can do anything and set their mind to. But it depends on how bad you want it.
And if you want it as bad as you want to breathe, nobody can stop you.
Personal power means the ability to take action, to follow through, to take the steps that are necessary to take an idea and translate it into reality. And it's the number one tool that most people in life never exercise, and it's the gift that every one of us has right now and at any moment in our life. You could start using your power. You could start following through. You could take this idea in your head and turn it into physical reality. Whether that idea is how you want to make your relationship, or the kind of money you want to make, or a business you want to start, it doesn't matter. It is available right now. All you do is decide and then follow through. See, Michael Jackson can move the way he does because every single day, the question he asks himself is, how can I make this better?
Where focus goes, energy flows. What are you going to focus on? Because whatever you focus on, you feel and you move towards. It's your decisions that are controlling your destiny. So the first decision you make every moment is, what are you going to focus on? You want to change your life? Make a new choice. You want to change your income? You can go to 1 million classes and making more money. Until you make a shift into what is a must for you, you won't. When you do, you'll find the way.
Concentration of power says this: if you focus on something every single day and you ask yourself, how can I improve it? And you demand from yourself that somehow it has to get better, you will master that area of focus. I don't care what it is.
And if you don't have what you want, stop telling yourself the story because you don't have the money over time. That's bullshit. It's because you haven't committed yourself where you would burn your boats. If you want to take the island, burn boats, and you will take the island, because people, when they're going to either die or succeed, tend to succeed.
The power to hold on in spite of everything. The power to endure. The hunger, the ability to face defeat again and again without giving up. When you're hungry, you don't care about the facts. You don't care about the odds. This is a winner's quality. You have that quality within you. The people that are running at their dreams are the people that are hungry, that know if it's going to happen, it's up to them. They know they're going to have hard times. They keep on running because they're saying within themselves, I'm the one. No matter how bad it is or how bad it gets, I'm going to make it. Commitment. It means taking a stand for you. Commit means to carry into action deliberately. Commit means to make it happen no matter what. See, when you make a commitment, I'm going to become wealthy. When you make it important, when you decide I'm going to do it no matter what, life changes for you. See, most people don't keep their commitments to their commitments. That's why they lead lives of misery, lives of unhappiness. Whatever commitment that you make, keep your commitment to your commitment, no matter what. If it's hard, then do it hard. We say, oh, it's too hard, it's too hard. We don't challenge our spirit. Ladies and gentlemen, there's nothing as powerful as the human spirit. You can't destroy it. You can pervert it, but you can't destroy it. The universe responds to the man or woman that refuses to be denied. That business that you want, that book you want to write, that dream that you have of controlling your destiny, that is yours. But you've got to be willing to stand there and face disappointment, not have support, be lonely, doubt yourself sometimes. Be rejected again and again and again and refuse to turn around until life gives it up. If you just decide, I'm going to keep my word. If I say something, I'm going to do it regardless. Being more disciplined, more focused.
Don't look for any gains where there's been no sacrifice. Don't look for your game to improve. Don't look for the record to improve. Without sacrifice, there are no gains. Only those who are willing to risk going too far can possibly find out how far one can go. Look, you got to want it as bad as you want to breathe. And when you want it as bad as you want to breathe says, I'm willing to make any sacrifice. I'm willing to go through any pain. I'm willing to go through any suffering. I'm willing to go through whatever it takes. So when I get in there, then I guarantee you at the end of it, I won't be the one that surrendered. When you want something bad, you can't count the cost, because if you count the cost and you see how much it costs, you might quit. You might give up. So you got to go in knowing that I don't count the cost. I do as many push-ups as it takes, as many reps as it takes. I study as long as it takes. I pay whatever the price is. Why? Because if I start counting the cost, I might quit. I might give up. I might surrender. Don't count the cost. You just do whatever it takes to get whatever you want.
In those times when you want to quit, you make sure you remember one thing. All those times and hours and days you sacrificed to be the best.
You will never regret making a sacrifice, ever.
The longest time in the world is the hesitation between thought and action. It can actually be forever. You can hesitate for 1 second to get started on something, a workout, a project, a task, something that you know you should do. You can hesitate for 1 second. That 1 second of hesitation, all of a sudden it turns into 5 seconds, and then 10 seconds, and then 10 minutes. And then just like that, you drifted into the eternity zone. 1 second became an eternity because something that was gonna happen is now never gonna happen, ever. Why is that? Because you hesitated. So don't take that chance. Instead, take action. A body in motion tends to stay in motion. A body at rest tends to stay at rest. You've had enough damn rest.
You gotta get to the point in your life where you decide, I have had it. I'm tired of being a loser.
I got tired of losing. I got tired of coming up short. I got tired. I want to move to the nicest neighborhood. I want to fly first class. I want to go to Hawaii. I made a decision. Enough is enough. It's showtime. In order for you to go from one level to the next level, in order for any woman to transition, for any man to transition, the thing that they want must be greater than the thing they currently have. Humans do not transition to another level when they're comfortable with the level that they're on. You only go to another level when you say, enough is enough. I want you to live the life you were meant to live. You hear me? Not the life that was given to you. You deserve to see what your life would look like if you gave 120%. And what I need you to do is I need you to look at yourself in the mirror and say, come on, stop playing. I deserve to see what my life would look like if I gave 120%. That's lion mode. And you got to get to a place where you start executing.
Making a freaking plan is the easy part. And you have to understand, if you don't execute on the plan, if you don't get up in the morning when you're feeling tired, scared, if you don't execute, you're not just cheating yourself, dude. You're cheating your family, you're cheating your employees, you're cheating your team, whatever you're a part of. It's bigger than you, man.
And guess what? I had to get up even though it was hard, and I had to take ownership of my life, take ownership of my time, take ownership of my day. And if those of you messed up, why? Because you don't understand. Think, act, eat, rest. We're talking about a schedule. I realized that my strength is in my routine. Why? Because I'm not as strong as I thought I was. I'm not as intelligent as I thought I was. It's in my routine. It's what I do every day repeatedly. The DNA of your success is in your routine. You're not as deep as you think you are. You gotta find a routine. I'm getting up at 3 and stick with it. I'm getting up at 5 and stick with it. Yeah, out of 365 days, we'll have a bad day or two, but I'm trying to tell you, the strength is in the routine. Find a routine and stick with it. No more dreaming. Dreaming is over. I need specifics. What are you doing on Monday? What are you doing on Tuesday? What are you doing on Wednesday? You need to be very specific. It's time to put your piecing together of your puzzle. Nobody gave me this. I earned it. Life wasn't a crystal stair for me. Didn't nobody give me a network. I earned the network. I worked my way to the NBA. I worked my way to the NFL. Everybody say, E, how did you crack the code? I grinded my way through the code. That's how I cracked it. I got up every day at 3. I don't care what the economy is doing. I don't care who the president is. Nobody helped me to get here. I had to get up. I had to go to class. I had to read. I had to study. I had to write. I understood that the dream is real, but the lifestyle is realer. It doesn't matter what everybody else is doing. Stay predictable. Stay consistent. And the reason why many of you are not getting it is because you're not consistent. You start and you stop. You get pumped up. You start strong, and then somewhere in the middle you quit. You have a little success, but you don't experience exponential growth because you're not consistent. You gotta be persistent. You gotta be locked in. You can't scoreboard watch. Too many of you scoreboard watching. Every time you do something, you're looking up to see the score. You stopping working to look at yourself. You're not grinding. You glaring. You should be grinding and you looking at the score. The score is what it is. The score ain't about to change because you looked at it. Keep playing the game. Keep grinding. Keep working. And that other stuff will take care of itself. I'm challenging you to get from where you are. I'm challenging you to stop settling. I'm challenging you to stop accepting the life that was given to you. And I'm challenging you to give 120%. If you're going to do what you say you're going to do, be what you say you're going to be, you're going to have to lion me out. You a gazelle, you're going to come up short. You a gazelle, you're not always going to get what you want out of life. You a gazelle, you're going to have an average experience. You a student, I need you in lion mode. You a teacher, I need you in lion mode. You an entrepreneur, I need you in lion mode. You trying to lose weight, lion mode. You can't do nothing significant in gazelle mode. Nothing. Nothing impressive happens in gazelle mode. Nothing happens in run mode, give up mode, quit mode, scared mode, fearful mode. Nothing happens. Everything happens in lion mode like I'm coming to get you. You concentrate on this opportunity. You don't worry about tomorrow. You concentrate on this opportunity with all your might, with all your soul, with all your heart. You focus on this, and tomorrow will take care of itself.
You don't feel like it today. I know you had a long night, you're a little tired, you don't feel like it. I get it. But if you don't feel like getting after it, I hope you feel like being weak. I hope you feel like not accomplishing anything, because that's what's gonna happen.
If nothing changes, nothing changes. And yet, somehow we expect things to change. You think you're gonna get in better shape. You think you're gonna get more money. You think your relationship is gonna improve. You think you're gonna get promoted. You think you're gonna get a raise. You think the world is going to get better without you doing anything. But it isn't. Nothing is going to change unless you change what you're doing. Change the junk food that you're eating. Change the time that you wake up. Change what you do when you get out of bed. Change what you do with your time. That's what you need to do. You have to change some things or nothing will change. So make changes and start little. get up a little bit earlier, get a workout done. It doesn't have to be epic. You don't have to do a 3-hour leg day, but get up and get something done. And how about you plan what you're gonna do in the day? How about you change what time you get to work by showing up 10 minutes earlier? And you square your gear away, or you dial in your tools, or your desk, or your workspace. That's what you need to do.
You wanna know how to get better? You wanna know how to take back control of your life? Stop looking for a sweatless solution. Stop looking for the easy path. Stop looking for someone or something to turn it all around for you. And start looking for your will. Start looking for your discipline.
When you start hearing that weakness creep into your brain, telling you to back down, in that very moment, you've got to decide that you're gonna be the commander of your brain. You've got to shut that weak voice down. It does not get a vote in what you're doing today. Your laziness, your sore legs, your sleepiness, your feelings, none of those get a vote. You're asserting dominance over your mind. You are getting done whether you feel like it or not.
If you tell yourself the truth, and the truth is, I'm not happy with where I'm at. That's the truth. The truth is, I can do more. The truth is, I can be in better shape. The truth is, I can work harder than I'm working right now. The truth is, I can do more for my family. The truth is, I can do much better than I'm doing right now. If that's the real truth, if that's what you believe, if you believe that to be the truth, you won't have to find more discipline. Discipline will find you.
I don't hang with people who can only get up when they got something to motivate them. That's not somebody I want to hang out with. I want to hang with somebody, I don't care what the circumstances, I don't care what the situation. You put it on your back and you like, let's go. Are you hearing me? You gotta have that dog. You gotta be intentional and deliberate. And everybody that's running with you gotta be intentional and deliberate.
Discipline is doing what you said you were gonna do when you don't feel like doing it when you felt like doing it in the first place. That's all it is.
But most people will not be successful because when there's not anything emotionally attached to it, they're gonna quit and give up. Most people were closer than they ever thought they were to finishing that big thing, but they never finished it because they didn't feel like finishing it, or they were doing it and it was pain. And most people quit in the pain because the pain hurts so bad that they don't know if they want to keep doing it to get to go. Like, you're gonna wake up most days and not be pumped up. You're gonna wake up most days and not feel like doing it. But when you can get to a point that you do it anyway, then there's no way you won't reach any of your goals. And you're gonna have to fight and fight and fight and fight. And most of you won't be successful not because you can't do it, but you can't outlast your old you long enough to get to your new you.
There's no one say, I want to procrastinate. I don't want to get it done. I don't want to get to the next level. No, every person wants to make their dreams become a reality.
But the reason why most people will never get it, never achieve it, and never succeed is because you got to give up stuff in order to go up. You gotta make sacrifices. You gotta discipline yourself consistently. You gotta program yourself to suffer on a daily basis in order to reform those lazy habits into ones that build success.
I need you to do that sucks every day of your life. That's how you get better. That's how you get stronger. You embrace the resistance you feel when you're stretching yourself to go beyond what's comfortable. And if you're not pushing yourself, you're shrinking. You are fading away.
And the reason why we fast from time to time is not that we have to fast, but at some point you gotta fast because you gotta tell the flesh who's in control. I'm in control. You're not in control. I know you don't want to wake up. You don't have an option. Get up. We trying to eat. There's a certain lifestyle we want.
Everybody wants it, everybody dreams of it, but very few are willing to work for it. So you gotta make a declaration that you are gonna be one of those few people who will make it happen. Talk is cheap, so you shut your mouth and grind. Your actions will speak for themselves.
You make those little changes, those little habits that you have to change them, those bad habits. And you'll be surprised. You'll be surprised. The little things, the little changes, they add up and they become big things. Change the little things, and over time, you can change your life. But if you don't change what you're doing and how you do it, nothing else will change. Reset your brain, reset your habits, reset your life.
I had somebody in my life at one time told me, you'll never make it. They laugh. They're gonna laugh at you. People are gonna laugh at you.
People will count you out. They're like, that guy's not gonna be anything. Yeah, he's not gonna be nothing. They have no clue. I'm gonna tell you what I know. I know underdogs kick everybody's when they get serious. When they get serious.
It is impossible until some crazy has the audacity to believe that no matter what the expert or the doctor says, I can still do this.
And the first step for me was seeing something I was not before I was. I gotta believe in me before anybody else believe in me.
So when you're uncommon, get ready for the criticism. When you're uncommon, get ready for the opposition. When you're uncommon, get ready for the common people not to understand you.
And most people can't take the pressure. They give up, they quit, they throw in the towel. But if you want to see if you're a brave person, wait when things go completely to pieces. When things are the worst. When your very best deal falls apart and your rent is late and you're tired and you're sick and everybody is mad at you and your car doesn't work, then it's the person that picks themselves up and says, nothing is going to stop me. Develop the quality of being unstoppable. Say in yourself that no matter what life throws at me, it'll never stop me. You can be tired, you can be worn out, but no matter how rough it gets, nothing will stop you.
You know what crazy means? Crazy means that you have the ability to see things that other people can't. That's what crazy means. And if you're not crazy, you're never going to succeed at anything in life. Everybody has got to be a little bit off. Anybody that's done something great, they don't think like anybody else. They can't. And the people that tell you you can't do it, you know what your response to them is? Watch me. That's all you have to say. Watch me.
You better be pissed when people doubt you. You better learn how to take that pissed off energy and put it into productive action. Every negative comment should trigger you into productive action. Every time somebody says something to you, you should go do whatever it is that is going to make them have to eat their words. Right then, right now.
Whatever happens to you, turn it to your advantage. So I have now made that a blessing for me as opposed to a handicap. I would improve them wrong by engaging in self-study and consciously working to develop myself. I started going to work earlier. I started being the last one to leave there. I started working harder than anybody else. So now they have to ask themselves, what were we thinking about when we labeled this guy? Doesn't matter how many failures I've made. Doesn't matter how many mistakes I've endured. Doesn't matter about my defeats. Doesn't matter about what I've done. I don't care about the fact I'm in a hole now. Doesn't matter about where I am. The last chapter to my life has not been written yet. If you judge me now, you'll judge me prematurely. I haven't exposed all my stuff yet. I'm still in the process of transforming my life. I'm still in the process of becoming.
I don't care if it's impossible. I don't care how hard it is. I don't care how difficult it is. I will my way through it. All I want you to focus on is the impossible, and one day you will laugh at the impossible. You will look at the impossible and go, how was that ever impossible? You will look at the impossible and go, what was I thinking? You close. You about to drop out. You going too far now. You ain't got but 2 credits. Hold on. You can't quit now. Hold on. But this is my 6th time taking it. You gonna pass on the 7th. Hold on. But you better get something from all that hell you've been through. I'm talking to somebody. You ought to get excited. You're 100 yards away. You are 100 yards away. You can see it in the distance. You close, boo. Don't give up now. You close, my brother. Hold on.
Nobody's going to remember your mistakes unless you are successful in spite of your mistakes. Unless you keep going while you're covered in crap. And when you do that, people look around at you and they say, hold on just a minute, man. He can't do that. He can't be successful. Remember all this crap that he was covered in? Hold on, look at the mistakes this guy's made. Look, they try to reel you back into that, man. That's what people want to do. What do they call it? Crabs in a bucket, right? They want to pull you back down into that crap that you came out of. It freaking pisses them off, dude.
Most people make these big mistakes in life and they hide in the corner, man. And nobody remembers you. I don't care what you did freaking 10 years ago, man. I don't care what you did yesterday. You just gotta keep going. That's it. That's how you put yourself in these environments to become who you want to be.
Pain is not permanent. All roads to success, you gotta go through pain. It's not going to be easy, but I want you to feel that pain going through your body. And as pain leaves your body, guess what's gonna take its place? Success. But you gotta work through it. I use the pain to push me to greatness. And I'm telling you right now, don't give up. I'm telling you right now, don't give in. Get through it. Just don't let it break you. If you get past it, on the other side of it, it's going to be phenomenal. At the end of pain is your millions. At the end of pain is your promise.
Many of you, you're tired, or you're afraid, or you're anxious, or you're disappointed, because the very thing that you've hoped for, the very thing that you have fought for, has not happened, and you feel ready to give up in this moment.
It's lonely. You will be laughed at. People will call you crazy. You will be misunderstood.
It's going to get rough. It's going to be very challenging. Whenever you decide that you want to grow, whenever you decide that you want to go to another level, all will break loose. That goes with it. That goes with the territory. That when you want to grow, when you want to achieve, when you want to experience more, everything that can happen will happen.
In the middle of all that chaos, you got to remember that it's those low moments that will define who you really are.
The true character of a person is shown when your back is up against the wall. These are the moments that separate the successful from everybody else.
You know what you gotta do to get to paradise? You gotta fight like to get paradise. Paradise starts. It's the ones that can fight, the ones that come back, those are the ones that succeed.
See, whenever you decide you want to go to another level, you've got to fasten your psychological, your mental, and your spiritual seatbelt, because you're going to experience some turbulence when you're going up. And some of you are already experiencing that turbulence. Don't be frightened by that. You've got to go through this phase here. This is how you grow. This is how you develop. See, life is like a roller coaster. Sometimes you're up, sometimes you're down. Sometimes things go well, and sometimes they don't go well. But in the down moments, that's when you discover who you are. In this prosperous time, you put it in your pocket. In the lean times, you put it in your heart.
This is necessary for you to get where you want to go. And if you quit, if you falter, if you stop, all the pain will be for nothing. You cannot get to success without suffering, sweating, sacrificing, staying locked in, and fighting your way through tears and trials and tests. But many of you think that greatness goes on sale, but true quality never goes on sale. It costs what it costs, and you gotta pay the price.
There are no discounts to success. Only grind, only perseverance, only sweat, blood, and tears. It ain't no shame in thinking about quitting. It ain't no shame in getting tired. But the trick is, don't let that thought become a reality. Say to yourself, I gotta rethink it and get this thought out of my mind. Why? Because the shame is in quitting.
And I'm telling you, I know you're in a storm, and I know it hurts, and I know you don't want to take it anymore. The ship is being overthrown with water right now. Your family seems like it's drowning at this moment. Your dreams look like you're seeing them from underwater. Whatever storm you found yourself in today, don't give up. You have not seen the best days of your life yet.
As you step into it, awkward and uncomfortable, as you move toward it, as you keep moving toward it, as you keep believing, keep trusting, keep coming, keep digging, keep going, keep flowing, keep showing up.
Just keep holding on with everything floating around you. Keep holding on to the peace that you got. See, there's some people in this room right now that you need to hear this loud and clear. You need to get this in your spirit, because I don't know what you're walking through, but some of you right now, you are in a tough season. An event has happened, and something's happened, and maybe you have failed. But I want to remind you that failure is not final, it's formative.
It is part of the process. It's part of the journey. Your failure matters as much as your success. How do you think you're gonna grow if you don't ever fail? Yet some of you have failed and you have decided, well, guess what? I'm a failure. No, failure is an event. It is never a person. Failure is actually fuel for your future. The way that you grow, the way that you advance. You have to fail in order to succeed.
If you do not give up, if you fight back, you can beat it. I know you have that warrior inside. And now I just need you to activate it. This thing will not be two. You might be one phone call away. You might be one opportunity away. You might be 1 second away from your entire life blowing up. You will never ever know if this was your moment, if this was your destiny, if this was your time. If you quit, so don't you ever give up on me. You keep fighting and you keep striving.
I don't care what it is. I don't care how many times you've had to cry yourself to sleep. I don't care how difficult it is. Don't you dare give up now. Because whatever is over you defines you. And whatever defines you limits you. You better put some strength in your back, plant your feet, square your shoulders, and stand up to it.
Stand when it's uncertain. Stand when it doesn't feel good. Stand when it's controversial. Stand when it doesn't seem to be happening. Stand on what you know when you can't trust what you see.
Don't you dare sit down. Don't you dare crumble under the weight of it. Don't you dare give in because of the nature of it. Don't you dare go home and raise the white flag of surrender. This is not your season to die. This is not your season to quit. There's joy, there's peace, there's breakthrough, but you'll never see it if you don't stand up to it.
In this world, you're gonna have trouble.
Life can be heavy. There are moments when the weight of the trials we go through, it feels unbearable. Pain can linger, and oftentimes we wonder whether we're ever gonna feel whole again.
And the world will tell us if we're under something, like under pressure or undervalued, or we're under different areas in our life that are making us uncomfortable and it feels isolated and dark, that's the place where you should give up. That's the place that you should stop. You should go ahead and give up on that dream. You should go ahead and not study for that no more. You're always gonna live in this community. Your mama's broke, you broke, and look at it. The thing you thought was gonna make you wealthy, it just died. But know this, the place that is dark, that is lonely, and sometimes where the pressure of life is on you, that's the place that is making you.
That's where the growth takes place. That's where the work is. That's when life really reveals itself. And that's when you discover your true identity.
Under does not mean over. And if you find yourself under pressure, undervalued, what it looks like is not what it is.
This failure, this catastrophe, if you aren't dead, then it's just psychological. It's in your head. As long as you don't surrender, as long as you don't give up, as long as you don't quit, then you haven't failed. It just means you've made a temporary tactical retreat. It means you've made a brief withdrawal so that you can regroup and reattack. As far as I'm concerned, if you get beat, unless you're dead, you are not defeated. And you have not failed. What you've done is you've learned. You've gained experience.
Sometimes you have to take 2 or 3 steps back just to go forward again. Sometimes you might have to get a part-time job just to keep things going until you get back on track again. It's okay. It's happened to the best of us. It's all right. It won't break you. It only introduces you to yourself. But during those times, there was something in me that said, don't stop. Don't give up. Just keep on keeping on. And I decided that I wouldn't stop.
I want you to hold on. It may not happen in the time that you think is going to happen, but I want you to know something. If you quit, it's never going to happen. If you quit, if you give up, if you stop, if you do not persevere, you will never see it. I didn't get here through academics. I got here because I refused to quit.
What, you gonna go through all this pain and quit? You gonna go through all this suffering and stop?
You've come too far to quit now.
You should keep going. You should keep going. You already in enough pain. Get a reward for it.
Where you are is temporary. You will not be there for the rest of your life.
There's no guarantee that because somebody is now down on their luck, they can never come back.
Who can guarantee that you can't make it? That you can't have your dream? Who can guarantee that you can't do what you want to do? No one can predict that. You don't know what the possibilities are for your life. You know the human spirit is powerful? There's nothing as powerful. It's hard to kill the human spirit. Give yourself a chance. Give yourself a fighting chance. Whatever you go after, whatever you say, this is your stuff, pursue it passionately. Let there be a deep hunger in you that you won't be denied. And that when things happen, that they won't immobilize you, they won't deplete your energy, that you look at it and you observe it, but you know there's something in you that's going to take you to the top, and that this is only a temporary inconvenience. That's all it is. Nothing more can't stop you. Something as powerful as you cannot be contained. Don't go through life feeling like you're powerless. Victims are people that are powerless. You're not powerless. You are powerful. You direct the power in your life. Whatever your life is right now, it is a duplication of your consciousness. It's a result of how you have decided to use your power. That's all it is. That's not who you are. That's just a perverted use of your power that you aren't satisfied with. And you've got the power to change that. Wherever you are. How? I don't know. But I know you've got the power to do that. But you don't know what has happened to me. It really doesn't matter what has happened to you. The only thing that really matters is what are you going to do about it? You can allow it to destroy you, or you can allow it to build you up. You want something? You make up your mind. My life is worth whatever I have to do to come back again. I know that it's not going to be easy. It's going to be extremely challenging. But I know I got what it takes to do this. And yes, it's going to be hard, it's going to be difficult, and you get more no's than you do yes. But when you hold out, things will begin to happen. You won't even understand how.
When you don't give up, when you don't let it break you, it breaks you through.
Most people today give up too soon. They haven't learned steadfastness. They haven't learned perseverance. They haven't learned endurance. The ability to handle pressure, the ability to keep hanging on and hanging in there when things go bad.
And every day just looks the same and feels the same. Now I get the feeling like this is endless. Now I get the feeling like maybe these chains are never gonna break. This storm is never gonna cease.
Why did I take this job? Why did I make this move? You start second guessing yourself. You start doubting yourself. You start filling yourself with feelings of failure. Like, I can't do this. You lose your confidence. You start feeling like you're a failure because of the frustration and fatigue. How do you handle failure? How do you react when your plans collapse? How do you react when it's taken longer than you thought, it's more complicated than you thought, and you start doubting, do I even have the ability to do this?
You want to give up, you want to fall down, you want to turn around and run with everybody else, you're going to question yourself. You're going to say, is this really making much sense? All of that will create you into a certain kind of person. Experience the rejection. Experience the hard times. That's how you grow. That's how you develop yourself. That's how you begin to appreciate what you get. When you're working on a dream, at some point in time, a transition takes place. And the transition is what you're becoming in pursuit of the dream. Because even if you don't get the dream, you become such a strong and powerful person because you've now developed yourself in such confidence and such competence in how to deal in the arena of life that you can move into another area and not miss a beat. Once you begin to discover who you are, then you really realize how you have been given authority and dominion over everything on the face of the earth. But you can only do that through the struggle of life. I don't care who you are. I don't care how many defeats that you've suffered. What if you don't get there? If I don't get there, I have enjoyed the journey. It's okay. But you've got to make up your mind that whatever it takes, I'm going to do it, that you deserve it, that you want it, and won't do without it.
Sometimes it takes losing your everything just to show you that it was nothing that you ever needed in the first place. Sometimes it takes losing everything that you think you need just to show you that there's something better for your life. Your greatest setbacks will set you up for that major comeback. Sometimes you have to lose certain things to gain better things. Sometimes the best way to add to your life is to subtract from it.
When you're facing those rejections day in and day out, don't say, I had a bad day today. Say, I had a character building day. What did you learn? What did you get out of that day?
You can't spend your time worrying about the failures, worrying about the mistakes. If you sit there worrying about the mistakes all day, you take away time, you take away energy from doing what you're supposed to do. You're not going where you're supposed to be going. And what you gotta do is learn to play through the haters. Play through it as if it doesn't exist.
Unless you attempt to do something beyond that which you've already mastered, you will never grow. So you've got to put something out here that you can't reach easily, that has got to make you stretch, got to make you jump for it, got to make you get back a little bit and dig in so that you can take a leap for it. And maybe you jump up there and you miss it and you skin your knees and you come back again and you bust your lip next time. But you keep on, and through that process, you learn how to leap higher. You start challenging yourself to dig deeper, and then you discover some things about you that you don't know right now. Some talents that you have in you that you didn't know that you can do.
I don't know everything. I have not accomplished everything. I'm not where I want to be. I'm still learning. I'm still growing. I'm still trying to get better. You got to position yourself and stop pouting. Stop crying. Stop looking at what other people are getting and look at what they're doing. And if you start doing it, you start getting it. You don't get out of life what you want. You get out of life what you earn.
If it's not working, it doesn't mean that it doesn't work. All it means is that your approach isn't working. And so now you've got to become more creative. Now you've got to go back to the drawing board. Now you need some more coaching. Now you need some more direction of what you need to do to take some corrective action to get you on the path. How do you know it can happen? You know because others have done it, so it's possible that you can do it. And what is necessary is that you work the system, that you take the coaching, take the directions, look at the people that are doing it, that are successful, and emulate them, and it'll work.
Even if you can't see the light at the end of the tunnel, even if you have no evidence to support that position, even if no one else believes that you can do it, even if the odds are stacked against you, even if your chances of survival are slim to none, say to yourself, no matter how bad it is or how bad it gets, I'm going to make it.
What do you do when you feel like giving up? When you feel like, I don't have the energy to go one more step. I'm just gonna chuck it. I'm gonna give up on my marriage. I'm gonna give up on my job. I'm gonna give up on my dream. I'm gonna give up on my health. It's over. I'm done. Finished.
What do you do when you don't know what to do? And the things you should do, you don't do. And the things you shouldn't do, you do. It just seems like that my life is in shambles. It's a disaster. Nothing's working. What do you do? How do you get out of that? We all have shortcomings. We're all going to make mistakes. We're going to experience some disappointments and some failures. Why? That's a part of it. It goes with the territory of being a human being.
What do you do when you have no external motivation? It's about the internal. What do you say to yourself? How are you going to fire yourself up? What's that flame inside of you that keeps you going?
There are times you're going to want to give up. There are times you feel deserted. People have lied to you and you're going to run out of resources. That's a part of it. But that's how you grow. That's how you learn from life. So whatever you're experiencing right now, it has not come to stay. It has come to pass.
Look for the lesson in it all. You will grow through what you go through. The question is, are you willing to go through it?
I want to honor all the workers in here. The person that shows up, the person that grinds from the bottom and hits their rock bottom and still goes on. The person that's in the car wiping tears off their face and it's still accomplishing the mission. Because I'm telling you right now, you might not feel it now, you might not see it now, but it's going to pay off in your life.
Failure is not falling down. Failure is staying down. I fail over and over and over again in my life. And that's why I succeeded. You get to make a choice. Is failure going to break you or is failure going to make you? You get to decide. Failure doesn't.
You get to decide if I'm going to be rich, poor, mediocre, happy, sad. You have a decision to make, but you have to claim it. You have to expect it. You have to live your life with the expectation that great things are coming your way, that your thoughts can create things.
You gotta be able to see it when it cannot be seen. You gotta see it in your mind's eye. You have to see it happening. You have to see yourself writing a book before the book is finished. You have to see yourself graduating even though the teachers are telling you that it's not going to happen. You gotta see it, because if you can't believe in it, you will never manifest it. But when you believe in it, you demand the universe to assist you in what you're doing. Before I leave this earth, the vision got to be done. that no matter what you're going through, you ain't gonna switch up. I'm telling you that you gotta be possessed with the vision.
You have to defeat the enemy. It's not the people online who don't like you. It's not the people that are judging you. It's not your past. It's not your circumstances. The enemy is an internal voice in you that's telling you that you're not good enough. The enemy is that fear. Even when your back's against the wall, you still say it's all. Even when you don't even have it figured out, you take what you know and you move forward with your life.
Stop running from it and run to it. You don't quit. You don't give up. Stop running. Stop running and face it. Stop running, stop crying, stop whining, stop giving up, and you go take the fight to them. Go to the heat. The sooner the heat, the sooner the dream. Because your success is on the other side of the problem. Stop running from your pain and embrace your pain. Your pain is going to be a part of your prize. I challenge you to push yourself. Go get it. Don't run from it no more. Go get it. You gotta take that thing out. You gotta take the breath out. You gotta go get it.
When you taste these finer things of life, all the pain, all the work, all the sacrifice to get them is well worth it. If anything, it's a small down payment for the price and the reward you got. And once felt, how do you ever turn your back on it? Stop running from the potential of what you can be, guys. It's inside of you. It's always been there.
You set the tone for your life. Life happens to everybody, but winners approach it like victors and losers like victims. You're not a victim. Stop talking about I can't, I quit, I don't think I can make it happen. It's impossible. Stop talking like that. Stop cursing and start believing. And the only thing stands between your success, the only thing stands from you doing what you know you've been called to do. The only thing is you. Nobody can stop you. You're the only person that can stop you. So stop talking like a victim. Stop thinking like a victim. Stop acting like a victim. And walk into your destiny. Walk into it. You sitting there hoping things gonna get better. You gotta work. This don't happen on its own. It's brick by brick by brick. Where do I start? I don't know. Take a spot and go get it. You can start the process right now of turning it all around by getting up and getting to work. You got a forest and you got a garden. What's the difference between the two? Listen to me. Stuff grow in both of them. But the difference is, in the forest, it's just wild, uncontrolled stuff all over the place. And the garden is beautiful because why? In the garden, it's somebody who did something very intentional, very deliberate. They line this up, they line that up, they planted this, they planted that, they put a fence around. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Many of you, your life is like a forest right now. You all over the place, and that's why you'll never be what you want to be. That's why you'll never have what you want to have. That's why you'll never accomplish what you all over the place. And your problem is you're not intentional and deliberate. You wake up on Monday and you might be strong, but by Wednesday, you are hoping that the best is going to happen to you, and the best never happens to you. Everything that's good to you ain't good for you. I've learned that you got to pass up on good to get to great. You got to give up good opportunities sometimes. There's some good cause with some good money, but I prefer to stick with my passion. I would prefer to stay laser focused. And some of you in your life, the reason why you're not blowing up, the reason why you're not successful, you have not learned to pass. You think just because it's an opportunity, it's for you. And not every opportunity is for you. You got to get to the spot, baby. You got to do what you was called to do. You got to do what you were born to do. You got to do what works for you, because if you do what works for you, you're going to blow up. Winners don't focus on not losing. Winners focus on winning. They make winning the goal. Today, I got to win. You got to decide that you're going to do something, and you got to do it every Monday, every Tuesday, every Wednesday, every Thursday. I'm asking that the 24 hours in your life be very intentional, very deliberate, that you be very strategic. You're very deliberate about what time you wake up. You're very deliberate about what time you go to bed. You're very deliberate about what you eat, what you don't eat. You're very deliberate about the people you bring in your life. You are very deliberate about the books that you read. You're very deliberate about what you watch on television. You are very, very focused, intentional, and deliberate. You concentrate on this opportunity. You don't worry about tomorrow. You concentrate on this opportunity with all your might, with all your soul, with all your heart. You focus on this, and tomorrow will take care of itself.
Write things down. Monitor what your thoughts are, what you're feeling, what you're experiencing, what you're going through each day, staying on top of you. Have pictures to reinforce this thought, this vision that you have in your mind of where you want to go and what you want to do. As you talk about it, don't just talk about it casually, but feel it. Look at your goal. See yourself there. Experience the applause. Experience the feeling of achieving the goal, of making the decision, or overcoming the challenge, or having your own business. Experience the glory. How you feel inside. And you can say, I did it. See that happening. No one else can see that but you.
You have to harness your mind. You have to train your mind.
Learning the art of becoming single-minded. Learning how to concentrate. Learning how to focus in. And you'll be surprised at the things that you're able to do. When you learn how to block things out, when you learn how to keep thine eyes single, you'll be surprised at the ideas that will come to you, of the opportunities that you'll be able to see, of the people that you'll be able to attract. So you've got to work on it. When other folk are having a good time, you've got to have the strength of character to concentrate, to read, to digest information.
Live your life. Focus on your intentions and do your thing. Most of my friends are driving crazy because I'm so specific and so bold with my visions and my intentions. Even if they tried, they couldn't get me off my path. And that makes people very uncomfortable because when you see the invisible, you're able to do the impossible.
Don't get caught up in the clubs, drinking, smoking, because guess what? You are not regular. So stay in the gym, stay focused on them books, stay in your college dorms.
Stay the course. Are you hearing me? Stay the course. Focus on what you do well.
You gotta put in the time, the dedication, the work ethic, and see it through from the start. Don't get hung up on the daily ritual ups and downs of how you're feeling and everything else. Keep your eyes on the horizon. Stay focused on where you want to go. And don't let anyone tell you any different. It's all within your two hands. You grab that wheel of life and you drive it to where you want to go. I'm asking that you don't give up. I'm asking that you ignore text messages and phone calls where they're trying to pull you away from your focus and go to clubs and hang out.
Be obedient to the visions, the ideas. Move on them.
Concentrate on the moment. When you specify your aim, the pathway makes itself manifest. So if you aim upward to the best of your ability, then the pathway upward is what will make itself manifest in front of you.
Win day. Not that month or that week, just the task for that day. That's it. These can be things as simple as sending a certain email. These can be things as simple as getting in a workout. These can be things as simple as reading 10 pages. Identify the critical task you need to do and complete them every day to move toward your ultimate dream life. And when you start doing this, you're going to figure out real quick that this is how you live a life of productivity. This is how you live a life of excellence.
You know the most priceless environment that you own? Your mind.
All the other people you see that are successful, all the other people who are building multi-million-dollar careers and lives and businesses, they've all figured out one thing. They know how to get themselves up and moving when they don't feel like it. And it always comes down to discipline.
Discipline is the ability to give ourselves a command and then follow it.
And some of you, there are things you like, you are like a slave to you. You are a slave to some of your vices. You are a slave to some of the things you like. You have absolutely no control.
It's all on you.
What we're going through, how your body feels, nobody cares. We got to do our job.
I just beat me. I don't give about nobody else. I just beat me. I'm in a battle with the only person that I really want to fucking beat, and that's me. If I can continue to outdo me from the day before, then I'm ahead.
I want you to see how far you can go. And that's all it's about, yourself. Through discipline, through self-discipline, through tons of repetition of the same thing that you don't want to do, you develop mental armor for your mind. If your mind's like, okay, we suffer every day. That's what we do. We do stuff that sucks every day. So then when the suck stuff comes, you're ready for it. So every day I'm fighting where the mind wants to go.
Everybody likes the idea of success. Everybody wants to have millions of dollars in their bank account. But going out and doing those things, going out and going through the day-to-day actions of building that, you don't love that idea. You like the idea of success as long as it's easy, as long as it doesn't take you having to do things that you don't feel like doing when you don't feel like doing them.
So what's your excuse? Is it too cold where you live? Is it too hot where you live? Does it rain too much? Maybe that's your excuse for not being better. If you're allowing people and things and situations to space in your head, you're losing.
You have to understand that your greatest commodity, not your shoes, not your car, not your clothes, it's your mind. Your mind is the most important thing you have, and you gotta control it. You need to be aggressive. You need to be demanding. You need to be decisive. You need to be in control. You get control when you stop letting life control you. When you get to the point where a tragedy or a trial don't make you cry, you still gotta go through life. If you wake up and you feel like you're having a bad day, you gotta learn to control your emotions and don't let your emotions control you. You're not a child anymore. You drive your emotion. You have no control over rain, no control over the snow, no control over the temperature, but I'm asking you to control what you can control. You can control going to bed. You can control getting up. You can control being on time. You can control going to class. You can control showing up. You can control doing your homework. You can control your attitude. You can control being nice. You can control doing what you say you're going to do when you say you're going to do it. You want to be a winner and you want to stop losing? I'm telling you, stop being lazy. Stop waiting for it to come to you. You got to move you every single day. If you get to a point in your day and you down and out, if you get to a point in your day and you exhausted, you get to a point in your day and you're not feeling it, you can stop right there and change the mood. Nothing controls you. You push you move you. You control your feelings. Nobody control your mood. You saw something that threw you off, well, see something that throw you back on. You in 3 and you got 6 gears, but you're accustomed to 3, you're accustomed to 4. I challenge you to push it to all the gears you got. Give it everything you got.
Why don't you just make this the last day of your entire life that you ever tolerate mediocrity ever again for yourself and make a real decision to change? Because that's what champions do. They make lists of what they're going to do, and then they do it.
If you tell yourself the truth, and the truth is, I'm not happy with where I'm at. I can do more. I can be in better shape. I can work harder than I'm working right now. I can do much better than I'm doing right now. If that's what you believe, if you believe that to be the truth, you won't have to find more discipline. Discipline will find you. It will wake you up in the morning.
Life will tempt you to become bitter. Age will make you bitter. Because during age, you collect enough experiences to become cynical till after a while, you don't expect anything good to happen because you've been through so many bad things that if anybody comes knocking at your door, you're predisposed to think it's something evil. You have to be careful lest you become bitter. Either your troubles make you better or they make you bitter.
We mature with damage, not with the years. You gain wisdom from your wounds. You will grow through what you go through, but you must be willing to go through it.
Don't you give up on your dream. I don't care if you don't have the money, you don't have the help, and you don't have the family for it, and you don't have the background for it, and you don't have the friends for it. Don't you give up on your dream. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. It may take you twice as long. You may have to take courses and classes. You might not read as fast. You might not move as quick. You might not have as much, but don't you quit.
The days that break you are the days that make you. Every time you go through those dark times and you fight your way through to the other side, you're getting stronger.
It takes courage to be successful. It is far easier not to be successful. It takes courage to be exceptional. It takes courage to be wise. It takes courage to be educated. It takes courage to be knowledgeable. Because the moment you do, but you don't talk like you forgot where you came from. Look at you, talk to it takes courage.
Is it easy? No, it's not easy. It's not easy living your dream. It's not easy reinventing yourself. It's not easy sticking to and focusing on your goal. It's not easy being happy in the midst of a great deal of negativity. It's not easy to remove people from your life that are no longer good for you. I mean, when you experience defeat and failure again and again and again, it's not easy to pull yourself back up and start all over again. It takes a great deal of courage to face yourself and say, no, my life is not what I want it to be, and I can change. That's not easy.
It takes guts. You got to dig down deep to gut it out. Keep on going again and again and again. You've got to believe in yourself. You've got to believe in your abilities, your ideas, unquestionably. No, it's hard. Yes, it's hard. It's difficult. And it's worth it.
It doesn't matter what it costs. I'm not gonna rest until I have it. I'm gonna do it. And if this is the price that I must pay, then so be it.
When you make up your mind, making up your mind is powerful. Some of us, we make up our mind and say, we gonna stay in this. I'm gonna stay in this mess. I'm not gonna go back to that, or I'm not gonna quit. Or whatever the situation may be, you got it done. You found a way. You created a way. You prayed a way. So when you make up your mind, it's over.
You gotta already make up your mind before you get to cancer. You gotta make up in your mind before you get to that exam and pass that exam. You gotta look at it before you even get to it.
So you gotta be positive, you gotta be excited, you gotta be confident, you gotta be tough. You can be positive or you can be negative. You can be happy or you can be sad. You can be a winner or you can be a loser. Well, folks, I made up my mind. As long as there's a breath left in me, ain't nobody or nothing gonna make me quit. Ain't nobody gonna make me give up. Ain't nobody gonna make me negative. Dadgummit, I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna be happy, and I'm gonna be positive.
You have got to change the way you think. It is the whole determining factor of where you go in life. We are all where we are today because we thought ourselves to this position. If you don't like the position, think yourself out of it. Change your attitude, you change your altitude.
No matter what your hardships, no matter where you came from, no matter what your parents did, no matter what your teachers told you, you can learn to expect winning.
So what your mama told you can't do it. So what your daddy told you can't do it. So what your teacher told you don't have what it takes. You don't walk in their reality. You don't live in their reality. Learn to live in your own reality. You walk with a certain confidence when you know you expect to get all A's. You expect to be rich. You expect to be healthy. I don't care what the doctor says. You expect it, and when you expect it, that's what happens. It's my journey. Nobody decides how I live. Nobody decides my life. I'm not a victim. I'm a victor. It's my journey. This is your journey. You're not a victim. It can end the way you want it to end, but you gotta grind like you want it. And you can grind your way through it, or you can cry your way through it.